It's Week 5 of the National Football League. And we'll see the Steelers, sure-handed wide receiver, who's your new single-season record holder and first 2,000-yard receiver in league history. It's the Steelers and the Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they run with Edwards off the option. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test. Taking out the...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Goshansky, 3 yards. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Done good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. You look at this Steeler defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Jackson. And that's incomplete. This defense for the Steelers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5-10.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Pickett. This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. River Craycraft, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Pickett will try to throw for this. He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points It's 1, 2, and 3, and their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the deep.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Now done for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he returns this to the 22. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett, 26 yards. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Now done for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. Following the fumble recovery. Pickett, they'll roll him out right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenny Pickett, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Now done for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So done now following the score. Back out to send this away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 18. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now Pickett. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. River Craycraft with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Done good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start by running the option to the right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Pickett now on first down. Open man right side is cut complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 21 yards away. And the Steelers have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Done good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Here's Dunn now, following the made field goal. He'll kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for the Steelers score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now done for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
2nd and 10. Pickett now from the gun here. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. Looking to throw, Pickett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
He's still barreling through.
Whoa.
It still won't go down. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That punt returns 66 yards, and it goes the distance. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, you get...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now done for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Now he's into the clear again. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six. First Steeler touchdown. And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Now done for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. they are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Ravens on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now it's Peterson. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pickett to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Pickett back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Pickett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Pickett will look to throw it here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll throw again with Pickett. Steps away to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And this is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Done good with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So done now following the score. Back out to send this away. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. To throw is Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. In motion left, Bateman. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. What a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. He may go, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for the Steelers score. Well, Charles, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Now done for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Running left is Edwards. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenny Pickett on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers just continue to roll. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Jackson. Out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Peterson. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ritter Craycraft on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are pouring it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And he loses the football the 2nd time. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Riley Moss. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown.
Gunnar Olszewski
with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers have got it on cruise control.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Done good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. On 2nd down, Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. To throw again is Jackson. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Jackson, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Texans who are out in front. Robert Woods, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Dolphins trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. We saw a solid first half from the 2nd-year man at quarterback, Kenny Pickett. He had a half for the ages. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play. Final adjustments being made for the 2nd half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Looking left side, and it's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Shipsky, 68 yards.
And the Steelers extend their lead yet again.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Now done for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Back to throw, Pickett.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
Touchdown!
Gunnar Olszewski.
67 yards.
And the Steelers just continue to roll.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now done for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett escaping the pressure right. A solid stiff arm.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put,
and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Kenny Pickett.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Now done for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here comes 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete.
There he goes again.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Shevsky,
71 yards.
and the Steelers are pouring it on.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Done good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So Dunn now following the score, back out to send this away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And now here come the Ravens.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell. They certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
From the gun, Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown.
Cooper Kupp
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers have got it on cruise control.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Now down for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Staying on his feet. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. Dynamo sets the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now done for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Play action. It's Jackson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing. take care of the football.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works. And they score. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now down for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So done now following the score. Back out to send this away. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Gunnar Olszewski.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Done good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season.
Back now here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore.
They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him.
The sack there by Roquan Smith.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now back to throw.
And he is caught.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. Able to get away. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. Well, the Steelers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that in all 3 phases, it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like here, and when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Now Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McKee sliding out of the pocket. Oh, fighting off the defender. Boom! Fighting through tackles. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the touchdown.
Cooper Kupp from 13 yards out. And the Steelers on 6 more of their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Done good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
But this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Jackson.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. What a run, 79 yards on the punt return.
And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Now, once again, the Steelers here, they're going to line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Steps away. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's caught. It's Flowers. He's to the 15. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 77 yards. And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen two teams combine for 100 points in a game 5 times in league history. One of the greatest games ever played, well, by one of the teams anyway.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you know, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. McKee now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins. Like,
there he goes, right side. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 51 yards. And the Steelers just continue to roll. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now done for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline is still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Back to throw, McKee. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Funk. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now done for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
So done now, following the score. Back out to send this away.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
But it looks like one of the DBs hit.
And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you... yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Funk. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. They'll get
there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and